Event gigs are some of my favorite projects because they're easy, yet somewhat chaotic, yet they also kind of keep you on your toes type of energy. But what happens when the vibe doesn't necessarily align with the client's expectations? Let me show you how I turned a low energy night into a cool little sizzle reel that they ended up loving, and just some quick lessons that you can take for your next event shoot. Today is already starting off with a bang. I realized that I left my car keys in my wife's car. I have to leave for the event like right now. It's gonna take me like 2 hours to get there because of LA traffic. I love it. It just is what it is at the end of the day. Gotta stay calm, cool, and collected, even though I'm dying on the inside. I was not about to call the client and be like, hey, Mr. Client, I'm gonna be late. So unfortunately, Uber, it was $150 down the drain, but I had no choice. I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking, you know what? At least this is time I don't have to just spend in traffic driving myself. I hate driving, so I'm just trying to see the positives in it. So annoying. Oh my God, maybe I'll catch a nap. My Uber driver picks me up and is immediately annoyed because he thought I was gonna be his first ride of the night, and it turned out I was gonna be his first and only ride of the day, because when he originally accepted this, it was only projected to be a 1 hour drive, but then obviously traffic hit, and now it was looking like 2.5 hours. I was annoyed, he was annoyed, I just said it, and then I just knocked out in the back seat for about an hour. I actually arrived about 40 minutes early, so shouts to my Uber driver, even though he was annoyed with me, like he was a G for that. The venue was an airplane hangar, which was also super cool, but it was outside and it was super cold. Obviously we're in December, so it's cold. The main attraction though, this is the little plot twist, right? They had helicopter tours. Now, this set the tone for the entire night. I was like, yo, what? That is so sick. Pro tip, if you're ever early to an event shoot, use that time wisely. I always like to capture, before shots of the venue or, the space just being set up in general. These are always perfect for transitions later on in your edit. The thing about events like this, clients want energy, they want smiles, they want fun. The vibe was good, but the energy just wasn't as high as I felt it could have been. How's everyone feel? Hey! Woo! Where's the energy at? I went against my introverted nature and I just walked up to groups of people and started being like, hey, what did you think of the night so far? How was the helicopter ride? It sounds ridiculous, but it typically always works. And people started opening up over time, and thankfully, doing things like that, that's what's gonna kind of get you the reactions that you need. So you always have to have that understanding that when you are doing events, emotions are literally everything. Smiles, laughter, hugs, all those things. Like, that is what sells the experience of events. Unfortunately, you can't be an introvert about it. And sometimes I had to find myself giving myself like a pep talk, like, you're gonna make it through. No one's gonna remember talking to me anyway. That usually does the trick. Sometimes I also like to think that someone's filming like a YouTube video of me, and I don't know why, but sometimes when the camera is on me, I typically will do more stuff out of character because I guess I just sort of lose that fear a little bit. I don't know, just a little life hack that sometimes gets me out of my head. The next problem, I wanted to get some helicopter shots since obviously they're the main attraction. I was trying to get some shots from the sky, but as a vendor, I wasn't allowed to go on. Did I take no for an answer? Absolutely not. I ended up sneaking on with 2 guests, and I just casually brought my camera with me, and that actually solved the problem. Nobody questioned it, nobody said anything. It was a little bit more for some sort of a selfish gain, but anyway, I ended up getting some cool shots, and I got my little experience fix for the night. So things really started picking up during the cash giveaways. The owners of the company were hyping up raffle winners by offering to double their money, so that was pretty cool. Everyone was going crazy, cheering, laughing. It was honestly perfect for the video, and this is where I was able to get some more of those energy-driven shots. Also, another pro tip, always have a shotgun mic on you just so you can use that in your edit as extra Foley sound. Like, the sound effects are always that extra piece of sauce for your edits, and it really just makes that final version come to life. The amount of times that I see videos out there floating around without sound design just really leaves my creative heart sad inside. So like, don't do that. Always stay alert for those high energy moments because they're gonna be the ones that obviously make the edit pop. By the end of the night, I felt pretty good. I knew I had enough to make a sizzle reel that they wanted, but I thought I was gonna have to sauce it up in editing, I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully, the footage sort of spoke for itself. I didn't have to Frankenstein it a whole bunch. I just had to kind of really put it together, and thankfully the client loved it. I had literally like one revision, and now I have another piece that I can add to my portfolio. Even if the night didn't go exactly as planned, one thing I have always told myself and I've taken pride on is being able to fix practically any shoot with a good edit, as long as I have some sort of story to follow or some, cool aesthetic shots. So worst case scenario, always make sure you're filming audio. That way you can see exactly what it's gonna take to put together like some sort of a storyline. This gig was a good challenge to get me out of the comfort zone, especially because I had to get people to interact with me when I just really wasn't feeling that. I'm an introvert at heart. I hate talking to people. It's really awkward to me. And sometimes it's, as a creative, it's just kind of up to you to figure out how the you're gonna make something happen, whether you want to or not. So it's just good to kind of make yourself and force yourself to get into that mindset. If you're a beginner videographer, remember this: events in general are all about the energy and emotion. You cannot wait for the perfect shot. A lot of times it's really up to you to go after it and just create it. And always just be ready to adapt, because things rarely go as planned. That's the story of my life with everything I've ever done, and honestly, I think that's becoming the new mantra on this channel. I just dropped a free mini course teaching anyone how they can get their first client within 30 days, all for free, and if you want to learn how to do that, hit the first link in the description, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. In the meantime, YouTube recommends you check this video next. Peace.